How's it going? Back at it again. We're 6-9 to start the season, 7 games out of first place. Definitely found ourselves in an early hole with Detroit going off to a fantastic start, 8-2 in their last 10. And the rest of the division is kind of in place. The White Sox have quietly started off pretty strong. And this is how our scouting looks right now. We're going to keep the scouts on Robert Berg another week, let him get fully completed. He's an intriguing player for right now. I like his flexibility to play other positions as well. I think that's really where the value comes, with the speed and a lot of the other stuff that comes with it. But we have moved our region for catcher to the west now. We want to get a look at some of these western catchers. You know, you got guys like C.J. Meeks, got P.J. Duvall, also got Sean Ramirez. Some pretty intriguing players. You know, Maxwell Flores is one that I really think I'm interested in as well. We're gonna have to send a scout after to see what he can do. Look at some of the facial hair by some of these players, man. And another little tiny thing that really just doesn't matter at all for the series. I was just messing around looking at the top prospects. And look at this. Can't even find him now. Claudio Ramos. And then right behind him, his brother, Ken Ramos, on the Baltimore Orioles, neck and neck. In the top prospect, he's number 64, Ken is number 65. I thought that was intriguing. Definitely thought it was cool, at least. Right now, they say Claudio Ramos is ready to play in the majors. He's a 63 overall. There's no readiness there, man. I don't understand some of the ETAs or whatever it is, EPA or whatever. Anyway, why not start the game off with a player lock going against Detmers, which is never fun. Wow, Tyler Stevenson. Do we just give the playing time to Benito, man, with this kind of play? I don't know if I can have him batting in the 2-hole doing that bad, man. One of our best left-handed hitting players is gone to Cincinnati Reds now, so it kind of just looks a lot different when, you know, a guy who's hitting under 100 is hitting in that spot. But let's get a game in with Stevenson. Let's see if we can help Stevenson out. Definitely not good to see him play that bad. But still very early. Obviously only 20 at-bats. You can't judge his whole season off of that. Maybe he can rip a couple, get on a tear, and be close to a 250 plus hitter, which, you know, I kind of have the expectation with a lot of players to hit at least above a 250 or 245 level. You know, once you get under the 200, you know, you really put yourself in jeopardy to play on this team, because there's a different kind of standard here at this point, especially when you're a vet. Now, when you're a young player, you know, it's almost a bit more acceptable to play that bad, even though it is just as concerning. But when you're making as much money as Stevenson, I cannot have that kind of play on this team. Especially in the spot that he's in. You know, I think Benito Rodriguez, or I don't even know if I'm saying his Bernardo.
Batting second.
Musser hit a 2-run home run in the first inning off of Manuel Montoya. And here's Detmers, a true ace. Dribbled it right to Detmers. Detmers still a 91. And he'll be a free agent after this season with Toronto.
Batting third.
Definitely something to think about. Here's a 2-0 game with Montoya already 30 pitches in. Up in the air.
You go.
And Stevenson gets underneath it. And another RBI given up to Naylor, Bo Naylor. And it's the catcher going up against Reed Detmers in the third. And he rips it into deep center. And the left fielder picks it up and throws it in. Runners on the corners. Advancing Castro over. And no run is scored. Aaron Judge is a Toronto Blue Jay. 5 home runs away from 500. He did not play baseball in 2031. And here for the Blue Jays, he's playing. He has a triple and a double before he hits a home run, and he's already got 15 strikeouts. Man, Aaron Judge is all but washed at this point, man. Seeing Judge in a Blue Jays uniform just looks insane. And what a comeback here for the Royals. It's 4-3 after Castro's triple gives us the lead. Detmers in a lot different spot here in the fourth with 2 outs. And Stevenson waited for that one just a bit too early on it. Trying to score Castro home. I think batting Stevenson so high isn't smart either in the way. I think definitely needs to hit lower in the lineup against lefties because of his clutch not being so high. That really came back to bite me in that at-bat. Here's Griffin Canning. He's living in that high fastball. Not really much you can do on that pitch, especially at that velocity. I mean, if we could hit it, then we could do a lot with it, but, you know, you really have to recognize that pitch to hit it. And, look, I'm swinging at it. I feel like I recognize it pretty quickly, but I'm not on time with it, and there is a strikeout to Stevenson. Altzer wannabe pitching in the 9th inning, and it's Tuckman. And Stevenson tested the throw, gets there in time. And wannabe getting the save. His second save of the season, and we take the series. Well, we split the series now. I think there's another game. Montoya squeaks away with a win. No, we do take the series. And going up against the Tampa Bay Rays. I was about to call them the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they do beat us 3-1. And why not get a game in against Jack Flaherty, the former Royal? I'm intrigued. Guerrero kind of settling down after that great start to the season. He's really starting to cool off here. Just kind of interested in seeing the progression so far and some interesting development here. Wow, Castro +5 on his arm. He has really become a solid right fielder. His accuracy obviously isn't the best, but having the arm, I think, is really what matters the most. Especially at the right field spot, but you know, he potentially could be a center fielder or even a great left fielder, you know. He's really made himself available and he's made himself more interesting, and you know, even if Castro ends up as someone that comes off the bench, I think he'll be a damn good player. I'm very, very happy with Castro so far. I think, like I said before, with the younger players, you really have to be more patient and people you're giving 15 to 12 million to.
And now,
You know, you just
Tampa
gotta let them struggle and learn, and you know, you gotta find that happy medium though. You gotta see some growth, or else you're gonna be having a Buffalo Sabres, you know, dilemma where, you know, we allow them to fuck up, but we don't, you know, they don't learn from it, and they use their bad teachings to, you know, really beat themselves.
batting it. The third baseman.
As a Sabres fan, it's been a tough month. 12 games in a row they've lost. Jack Flaherty pitching against his former team. Flaherty, 36 years old. His 4th year in Tampa. Put up some good years. Lots of innings here. He really did a great job. You know, I think it's been impressive. He made his first All-Star team a year ago. For him. And Carrara, he takes it to second. He does advance the runner
Batting ninth. The
for
catcher,
Bernardo Rodriguez.
leading off for the Rays.
Johnson hits a solo home run, and here is CDN Rafaela. Rafaela gave me a tough time in that ALDS against Boston a couple years ago. Really just taking away hits with his speed. He was just not a fun player to deal with when it came to that. Oh, man, I thought I crushed that one early on it.
Oh. 2-1.
Just not getting the timing down against Flaherty's fastball. Oh my goodness, he strikes us out with the slider. Good pitch from the veteran. Here's Jose Urquidy. Looks like he signed to Tampa Bay as a free agent. The former Houston Astro. Oh my goodness, how did we not crush that pitch, man? It was good timing. Probably just a tad bit early, but come on, bro. That's right in the wheelhouse.
The catcher, number 13.
Good swing. Like, Bouchard hits the RBI single, and Sean Bouchard,
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
former Rocky, gets the win. And he was, when I played the Rockies franchise, he used to frustrate the hell out of me, man. He was a strikeout waiting to happen kind of player. We do win the second game, and we do win the series against Tampa. No, we split the series. And Colt Goats is the pitcher today. A left-hander who Who do we want to use? Man, Ryan Langford, just like a year ago, he's off to another fantastic start. We use Witt. You know, Witt's still the franchise player until he's not on this team. You know, he's kind of transitioning from being that guy, and who will take the torch from him? You know, it's interesting. I mean, Langford really could be like the captain of this team for next season. You know, he could really take a big leap and become the best player on this team very shortly if we don't bring back Keefe or Walker, or, you know, it's interesting. Manuel Montoya getting another start. Let's see if he can keep the ball in the park. Doesn't walk very much.
The shortstop.
We've seen a 2% walk rate, but here he is again, giving up 2 runs early on. Here's Colt Goetz. He's got a fastball, curve, and a cutter. Don't know what to do on that. And Witt hits it on the ground, and this is a double play. Not what Witt wanted to do. Now it seems like Witt's starting to lose a bit of his speed as well. And this is a pop-up. Texas is up 5-2. They've shelled Montoya.
The batter.
11-4.
Bobby.
This is where if we look at the box score at this point. Montoya gives up 7 earned, and then the former Ranger Chandler gives up 4 right after.
Junior.
It's going to get a base hit after all this. It's 11-4. I mean, this game is feeling pretty over, and this is a pitcher that came into the game with an 8 ERA almost, and we
The shortstop.
just outdo him by giving up 7 and then 4 more. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
0-1.
Kulik throws a slow changeup right by Witt. And Witt hits it weakly to third.
He's out.
And Alize coming in to pitch the final inning.
Outside, ball.
Very close to being called a strike, and I would have had to accept it. Never really had good
1-1.
success against Albert Alize. He's Azale. Just never done well against him.
That's a ball.
He's really always had my number.
2-1.
A lot of the good closers on this game are just, they're hard to hit.
That's a ball.
Thankfully, Alzale is kind of making it easy on me to not swing at these pitches. Base hit for Witt. He's ready for the challenge, and we put it right up the middle, so we do get on twice. Now, maybe some more success early would have been helpful,
Time of the
but
ball game. 4 hours
unfortunately,
and
Goetz
18
gets a
minutes.
win. And Montoya, man, only 3 innings. Just not acceptable from a pitcher that we have our #1 status on. And Caleb Collier gets his first win of the year. And Berg is ranked number 11. He's actually ranked pretty high. He's kind of like another Bobby Witt. It's very intriguing, man. That's definitely something to consider. His injury risk is low, which is great news. And let's look at some of these catchers. Duvall jumps up, but Meeks drops down. But David Brock, no. David Brock jumped up from before. Brennan is the same. Let's go recent rescouted, because this is confusing me. So Duvall is maybe the one to be looking at. Meeks, you probably want to stay away from that. Ramirez, it's not looking promising with him. So I'm gonna use Ortiz. I'm gonna have him scout PJ Duvall all the way. Well, I'll get him out. Then with Ramos, yeah, Cruz was definitely intriguing. Marcus Francis from Michigan was also another one that I was intrigued with. You know, a lot of things that I'm more interested in as the more I play the series and stuff when it comes to like an offensive player is really high on bat discipline. I think that's something that really matters in Road to the Show, and you know, I think I emphasize that a lot when I am searching for talent nowadays. You know, I'm gonna get the best player I can no matter what, but it definitely it weighs. You know, individual scouting is kind of, it's not really the smartest approach, but I really need to know about Francis. Then with closers, Watkins has fell down a bit, but he's still a pretty high rated player. Definitely Gary Cotto, or Cato. Definitely a player to watch. He's got a really good projected curveball in the future, which I think should matter. The slider, you might not want to throw that, but the fastball looks good. The splitter throws from the left side, which is intriguing. So I think we'll keep that how it is and head on to the next week. Let's finish the series against the Texas Rangers, and it's a tied game against Alizé. Mike Trout is in. Let's get into the game. Why not? We don't do this often. You know, I'm intrigued. Let's see if we can win the game.
Now batting, right fielder.
Mike Trout starting the year off. He's 1 for 14. And Trout is 50 hits away from 3,000 hits. It's something I want to see this year. That's why we brought Mike on the team, and this looks like it's going to be one right here. No, it's going to be a sac fly to win the game. Nonetheless, Mike Trout's the hero. Thought he hit one a lot farther than that, but hey, we'll take what we can get from the vet. They're not too happy. Not a place to throw Trout a pitch, man. He's not gonna miss, man. He's a vet. Knows how to hit. Yeah, Corbin Carroll had no shot. Walker just had the treadmill on medium on that jog. Pete Washington gets player of the game. Good for him. Having a pretty good good start to his rookie season. And I'm definitely a fan of his skill set, and I want to see him do good. Another series here against Tampa Bay, but we're going to jump down and see what's going on in Double-A. Roshi Fong hitting 289. Joel struggling early on. Bronson Aaron on a tear right now. That's good to see. And wow, look at Chris Feliz, man. 354. This is very impressive, man. I had no expectation of this. He's got 15 walks and 28 hits compared to 15 strikeouts. Like, this dude he's playing at a freakish level right now. He sees his friend Mark Carrara in the major leagues, and he is ready to join him. But obviously going to be patient with Feliz. You know, we have first base kind of jammed up at the moment. But there's always the possibility at DH if he can continue. And Garrett Reed's doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get a game in with Joel Fong and see if we can get something going with him. Going up against one of the best players and prospects in baseball. And that's Daniel Reyes at second base, the #1 second base prospect. Here's Santana pitching, and kind of a so-so start to the year for him. And it's Joel Fong. And he hits that one up in the air. Center field and caught. Ripped up the middle for a hit. Fong might be tested here. And he is. And he gets him out by a mile.
Now batting, the center fielder, Joel.
And going up against McDermott.
Up. 0-1.
And Fong. Another swing and a miss.
Nope. That's inside.
Hey, let her fly up there, huh?
And Fong goes down swinging a bit early on the slider.
Wait for your pitch up there, huh?
Strike. Woo.
Your
No
pitch,
ball.
straight to
One
deep,
strike.
huh? Here you go.
Ball.
McDermott.
Hey, put one in the cap right here, huh?
And Fong just squeaks one through right by the pitcher's glove and right through the hole for a base hit. That might help get him going. Any little thing you can do to get a hit. And what a catch from Fong. He scooped that one. That was beautiful. A lot of players would have made that play.
Center fielder, Joel.
Here's Joel against Peck.
Drive it right here.
And Peck throws pretty hard. And Fong, after the first pitch he sees and laid on it, first baseman, there to make the play. Stephen Ha. And that one is hammered right to Fong. Gets it in.
Now back.
And
number
Pinnick,
40.
Pinnickney? I have no idea. Fong gonna throw it home. And this one on a hop. And looks like he scores.
Now batting. The
And
center
it's
fielder,
2-2 now.
Joel. Fong.
Peck still pitching. One out, one on.
That's the ball.
Hey, drop pitch. He's right here.
One and two.
And Peck strikes Fong out. Omaha does get the win, but Fong, not the best showing. Back to the majors, and we do get a win against Tampa Bay. And going up against Asa Lacey here. Man, I would love to play this game here, but I just don't want. I want to get a little bit farther into the season. Man, I want to smoke a Lacey right now. Sean Bouchard is still playing now. That's amazing. I remember when I traded Bouchard for Nootbaar when he was struggling and he was on the trade block. Couldn't wait to get rid of Bouchard.
Batting third.
And a 4-0 lead, man. How many times is this gonna happen? when we do a player lock game where we're just giving up runs in the first inning.
Hee-haw.
We're supposedly a top 3 team in ERA. I just don't see how.
One.
They see the very... He was on our team for a while, man, and
1 and 2.
we tried all we can do with Lacey. It's one that just did not work out the way I wanted it to. And he's doing well here. Get Donaldson out to end the first. 5-3 now. Lacey's still pitching here. Oh man, I checked my swing on that too.
It's 0 and 1.
Jeez.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one way high.
Two one.
2-1.
Hey, one time, right now. Here we go.
Clear it.
And Donaldson blew it right by him. Swinging at the bottom of the zone. Donaldson got a decent swing on it, but it looks like he will track it down for the catch. AC still pitching in the 6th inning.
Oh yeah. 0 and 1.
Oh man,
No ball.
not the
2
game
strikes.
I envisioned when I seen him on the calendar. And a weakly hit found ball to short and out. Lacey did a good job of shutting me down. Up against Randall North with runners on the corners. Maybe a chance of redemption here.
Ball.
Lacey did pretty well though when I went against him. I mean, he was effective.
Take 1.
That changeup was effective as well on that. It slowed me down enough to miss on a 91 mile per hour two-seamer.
Pitch and drive it, kid. Here you go.
Just fouling away the slider. One broke at the last minute.
Come on. Let it fly right here.
And he struck out Donaldson. Over anxious at the plate. Going up against Jason Reiser.
Fly now.
Risser.
Hey. No ball. 1 strike.
Not helping Donaldson's numbers at all when I keep missing pitches to hit. And now I'm chasing.
No balls. 2
He's
strikes.
coming right after me with fastballs. And he strikes us out with a curve, and Donaldson. Kansas City wins regardless, as Colt Keefe does what he needs to do. And another series win for Kansas City. They do not sweep them. They take an L on the final game in a series against the New York Mets. I'm very intrigued with this. We get smoked the first game, 9-2. Caleb Collier. Gives up 1 earned. Pete Washington gives up 4 runs. And then 1 from Lewis. Not cool to see, but okay. I mean, wait a minute then. If there's 9 runs, then what is it, errors? We only gave up 6 earned. Interesting, but nonetheless, gonna go up against Dylan Cease here. See what we can do against the veteran pitcher. And why not bring out Juan Castro? Most of the offense is picking up. Man, 13 and 14 now, though, man. I don't like seeing that shit under 500, man. It's just not where I picture the team being.
Hey, keep it going. Stay high.
Dylan Cease going up against the leadoff man, Juan Castro.
That's the ball.
First pitch, 7-11.
He's gonna hit it weakly up in the air, and it's caught. Here's Cease,
High one.
right down the middle.
No balls. 1 strike. Ball.
Hey, get your pitch. Drive it right here.
And Castro hits it weakly to second now.
Hey.
And it dribbles, and Castro makes it on an error.
The bat, number 7. Batting ninth.
Brett Beatty
the
gets
first
an RBI double.
Parada.
It's Kevin Peralta against Fernando. Up in the air to Castro. On a hop, and Castro throws him out.
The batter,
Here's Juan Castro against Cease in the 5th inning. Castro up in the air. It's 2-1 now. Mason Eglert. Castro again going after the first pitch, and we just can't do anything with these pitches. I don't know why I keep swinging at them. Not effective way to go about the at-bat, though. And it's Ryan Clifford here against Fernando. And that one hammered. And running foolishly, Castro throws him out by a mile. And the Mets win. Feel bad for Fernando taking an L on that kind of game. That's just unacceptable. And another pitcher hurt in AAA. What else can? Never mind, don't say it. BJ Duvall is still up there, but Marcus Francis didn't jump up the board at all. I think I want to take a look at Maxwell Flores. Yeah, I think Steve Nunez was definitely a player I wanted to look at. Let's send a scout after Steve as well. Kind of scout in a different way than I usually do, but you know, we'll see what we can find. Scott Wilkins still stays high on the board. He wants a ton of money for bonus though. We'll just keep that how it is. And going up against former #1 overall pick Bill Barty. Let's get a game in with Gavin Cross against the Mets. Why not? Keith puts this up 1-0, and Harding on the mound. Here's Henderson. He gets a base hit to start. And another base hit. Testing, cross, and out.
Batting third. Leading off the Kansas City.
Cross going against Barty here in the second inning. Barty's got a fastball, a change, a slider with the curve as well. So Barty's probably one of those guys that likes to move it around and, you know, mess with you. Gotta hit that pitch. Stone cold take. Barty cannot believe it. and just knocked the curveball foul.
That's three.
And he struck out Cross, striking out a ton in this video today. And O'Hoppe ripping it through for a base hit now. Runner on first. Cross up to hit. And a great pitch from Barty. Oh man, how does Cross not crush that? Weak contact and Cross will be out. Near Cross, will he get there? He does, and the throw will get to him, ending the fourth inning. 0-2 today against Barty is Cross, and here he is in the sixth inning with 2 outs. Analytics say the third time up is when you start giving up higher slug and the higher batting average, so we'll see if it holds true with Cross, but in a hole. Yet again to Barty, who just seemed to have all the answers to the test.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Don't remember which year Barty was drafted #1, but it was a couple years ago. Ripped it through for a weak base hit. You know, he's getting weak contact off of Barty. He's hitting it, he's swinging good, but he's just not getting the good part of the barrel on the ball. And let's just completely come back and take the lead here. Josh Hader, the former Royal, in there to pitch. It's like everyone's a former Royal. This one up in the air and into foul territory and caught. And James Wood gets the win. The player of the game. And the Mets sweep us. Another series here against the Oakland Athletics. We gotta find a way to pick up some wins here against these bad teams. Like, we're losing to a lot of teams under 500. It's not gonna help us get back into it. Gotta start winning these games. Easier said than done, of course, but gotta find a way. Carrera close to dipping under 200. Let's get a game in with him. The only team in the series that has drafted even close to as good as we have has been the Oakland Athletics. They've really done a fantastic job the whole series, basically. They've drafted well. It's 1-0, but I don't even know if that means anything anymore.
Carrara.
Reyes has a ton of pitches to work with. And he threw the wrong one to Carrera, but he hit it late.
Only one time right now.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Broke his bat, and Reyes is going to be the one that catches it. Miguel Lopez pitching, and Reyna hit a sac fly against him. A lefty against Manzardo. On the ground, and Carrara makes the throw.
Hey, here we go.
Reyes in the pitch, still in the 4th. And 0-2 quickly, just
And it's out.
not getting good hitters counts today. And he struck us out with a pitch in the zone anyway. Carrara throws it home and gets the runner. Dominguez does tie the game though, and Carrara still facing Reyes in the 7th inning. Reyes has gotten away with a couple pitches that Carrara could have hit, but just unable to so far. Probably could have hit that first pitch he threw us, but want to be more patient. And it is rewarded with a base hit to start the 7th. Carrara gets on, and we're all happy here in Royal Land.
Bernardo Rodriguez.
Get on base, young fella. And yet again, they tie the game, and here's Robbie Del Villar. He threw a no-hitter against our AA team in the championship game. That's what Del Villar is capable of. And ripped to first and out to end the 8th. Here's Dominguez. He is perfect today, and he goes against Charles Lewis. On the ground to Carrara. Throws. And on time to Donaldson. Carrara in a big spot against Del Villar. And that's in there. What a pitch. In on the hands. And again, well inside. A great pitch again. And that would have been a strike either way. And on the ground, right to first. He got him out the same way he did in the 8th. And we end up losing because of it. The Athletics win in the 10th inning. And with how Manuel Montoya is pitching, I want to get a start in with him today. And see if we can get him back on track, man. This is one of our main guys in the series, man. He is really been one of the big guys in the playoffs that's really always been good for us, and you know, he's never really translated it to the regular season as much. I still have a lot of hope for Montoya. You know, time is running out in his career, though. He's already 28 years old. How many more years will he be a Royal is the key. You know, it comes down to money, I guess. Because I'm only willing to pay so much if Montoya is not going to produce, and how could I trust him to if he hasn't so far?
Leading off for the A's, the designated hitter, Esteban.
Up against a good hitting order, Reyna and Jackson Holiday. Some good stuff right there. And then you also got the young third baseman who's not even young anymore, Jacob Wilson.
Ball.
Nobody.
Reyna rips it right to Colt Keefe. Good defense from Keefe. Good positioning. Here's Kobe Thomas.
High. 0-1. Ball.
I think one of the things that might hold Montoya back, maybe he doesn't have a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Or maybe his pitch mix isn't ideal for like a star. But I still think he can be like a very high-end starter. I just don't know if he is an ace. But as the team is constructed right now, he's kind of just put in that spot. You know, I don't doubt he can be an ace in the postseason. It's just us making it there. And if he's going to give us a lot of bad starts, you know, I don't know what to think. You know, what are we going to do? Do we make Caleb Collier the ace of the team? It's interesting because he's just not the player I envisioned out of all the people we drafted in this year to be that kind of player. Maybe I pony up and make a trade, or
The third baseman,
I don't know.
Jacob.
You know, I would just hate to see these players go somewhere else and be good. I think it would make me, I don't know, it would not be happy time, you know. I just want to see him do good for us. It's gonna take a lot for me to want to get rid of him. It's gonna have to be really consistently bad. You know, it took me a while to get rid of players like Asad Lacy and
The center fielder, Colton Cowser.
That's the ball.
MJ Melendez, and even in some ways Pasquantino. You know, it took me a while to come off players like that, and you know, when I did,
That's a strike.
we won a World Series. Like, not right away, but the players that we filled those spots with
2-2.
did the job needed. And he struck him out. And you know, sometimes I don't know if it's, you know, when you don't watch, you just don't know. You know, is it the pitching or is it this defense? And I don't know how bad the defense really is because I've not played the full game, so you don't really know what's holding you back in some ways. But I can't imagine it's that bad. I feel like, you know, they're just mistake pitches are being made. And what a pitch from Montoya. He's feeling good this game. Now he's starting to mix in some strikeouts. Jonas Burris to hit.
Ball 1.
A Rule 5 draft pickup on the ground. And a double play. Montoya gives a point up. And back to the top of the order.
No, outside. Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Reyna up in the air. Moving in on it is Gavin Cross.
Get this guy out of here.
Ha! No balls, 1 strike. Hee-haw! 0-2.
Montoya on the ground, and it is foul.
Yes.
And Montoya, it's hard for me to not like what he's doing. I mean, I just wish he'd simulate a bit better.
1 ball, no strike.
That one hit pretty well. Caught. You know, Holiday scares me after dealing with him in the playoffs that one year where he just hit 2 home runs in the one game to help Baltimore beat me.
No ball.
Ever since then, you know, like, I don't know, players don't scar you until they beat you in the playoffs, you know, with Anthony Santander and Rafael Devers and Teoscar Hernandez. There's so many players have scarred us in the postseason.
Ball, no.
Even weird ones like Miguel Amaya, or I don't even know if that's his name. But Vargas hitting the home run the one year. The Dodgers series will never.
Hey, 1 away, 1 away.
That'll always haunt me.
2-2.
I think us getting to that 7th game of the World Series in that year, though, was remarkable. But just losing in that fashion was heartbreaking.
Foul ball.
Toya, he's just having a tough time getting Wilson out. Wilson just swinging away. And he punches him out with the changeup.
Now batting, center fielder, Colton.
It's Cowser.
0-1.
Again, Cowser just not ready for it. And he struck Cowser out looking. Montoya is mowing down the Athletics today. Still 1-0 though. It's still anybody's game. With Dominguez up here to hit, and he's got 1,000 OPS. The only Athletic with a hit. What a pitch from Montoya. Dominguez again, swinging a miss.
Full count.
And Dominguez strikes out. So Dominguez has been an Athletic for 2 years now, so he didn't win the World Series with the Yankees a year ago.
The second baseman, Carson.
And the bottom of this order is gross, man. Hitting 292. And you got the 1,000 OPS guy right in front of him. Like, man, you guys should be at the top of the
Now
order.
batting, catcher, Jonas Flores.
Ball, no.
Toya right up the middle base hit, the second hit of the game for Oakland. It's Esteban.
Hurry. Ball one. High.
Esteban swinging a
One
miss.
ball, two strikes.
And flipping it to Witt to end the 6th inning. Still 1-0. This is still a close game. The Royals offense has not helped put this game away. Thomas
1-2.
is going to fall victim to the curveball. Holiday, after the first pitch he sees, he looks like me. And he's out.
Up next for Oakland, the first baseman, Powell.
It's Manzardo up to hit now.
2-0-2. Three-run.
And down goes Manzardo. He can't believe it. Finally, we get one insurance run. Would like a lot more from this offense, but I'm not going to be greedy.
No ball, two strikes. 1-2.
Wilson. On the ground, Donaldson racing to the bag for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Hauser taking strike 2. Montoya wasting no time, and there is a foul ball. Hauser. And ripped down the line. It's a fair ball, and the hit streak for Hauser continues with 11. We can't believe it. It's Dominguez up to hit.
1-0. Ah. Ball two.
Dominguez ripping it. And Cross running for it, and he makes the catch. Very slow with the throw, though. Toya one more batter to get.
No ball.
And
One
Williams on an 8-game hitting streak as well.
strike. 2.
And wow, Langford ran as far as he could to try to make the play on it. And a strikeout with the curveball. What a game for Montoya. 8 shutout innings. He's pumped up. Obviously his best start of the year. And he's going to come out for the 9th inning against Sionis. I'd rather see Walter want to be out here, but
That's a foul ball.
And that is hammered to left field. Langford back, but the catch is made.
Hee-haw!
What a pitch from Montoya.
1-1.
And Montoya living on a prayer.
No, that's a
Just
ball.
missed there.
Three.
Down goes Reyna and 1 out away.
Hike. No ball. 1 strike. Ball. 1 ball. 1 strike.
And a strikeout to end the game. 13 strikeouts in a 9-inning shutout complete game start for Double M, Manuel Montoya. To help snap the losing streak. Great performance. Beckway had a heck of a game, though. He didn't have a single win on the season, and he was giving us his best game yet. And we do win the series. Man, that 5-game losing streak, though, really hurt this month's progress. I think we had a pretty good chance of finishing the month good, but 15 and 18 and 7 games back. Gomez did not play well in AAA. Bermudez, cool. Chris Feliz, what a surprise. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on him this year if he's going to continue to do that. And first-year player Sam Ibanez, he looks pretty solid so far. Tim Horner, 1.5 ERA for him as well. Castro doing what we need him to do. Witt has kind of struggled. Not what you want to see, but I don't know. You're going to have to look at some of the more advanced numbers here. Gerald Donaldson has been a negative WAR player. Is he playing left field or something? I don't get it. 7 errors. Is he in the outfield? Is that what's going on? Yeah, we're just going to make Gerald Donaldson a full-time first baseman. I don't know if he's playing in the outfield, but that's just not what we need. That's why we got Patrick Franco. And he has not gotten a single at-bat, which is kind of weird. But I'm going to expect that that's the reason why. Don't know for sure. Some big-time prospects getting called up there. Definitely 21st in defense, so I don't know which. I mean, Donaldson is good on paper. Kind of distracted me from where I was trying to look at Witt. Stevenson's kind of came back to earth, but I think I want Keefe to hit higher, honestly. Langford up to a 90 now. See the numbers though, so we can be for certain what's going on there. First of all, Carrara a negative WAR player too, which is just not good. So Bobby Witt is hitting 183 against righties. He's smashing lefties. I'm just gonna flip-flop him. Hopefully Witt can figure it out, man. Check out some of the minors, though. Joel's still kind of struggling, but patient. Nixon Lane being Nixon Lane. Garrett Reed. Good month. Tim Wells, or Howes Wells. Bronson Aaron was off to a good start. He went down and overall. I don't know why. I don't understand that. Looking at Double A, man. Chad Bennett, man. Great start to the year for him. I'm very intrigued with this because, especially with how Ignacio is playing. Want to see Chad Bennett break out. Monte doing really good. Kareem Watkins, not the best. Charlie Copeland, not the best. Claudio Ramos. Man, everyone is just struggling in the organization right now. Diego Fuentes really the consistent cornerstone of the org. And let's look at the pitching rotation. Obviously, Montoya was having a terrible time until we just helped him out. Man, Miguel Lopez, man. Pitching phenomenal. Caleb Collier as well. I guess if you want to go by quality, 4 out of 7, so not terrible. 5 for Collier, 4 for Almanzar, 2 for Harding, and 4 for Lopez. Tempted to flip him, but I don't want to mess up anything bad right now. Irvin List, man, he is not giving up a run. Bart Hanna still pitching good. Tempted to just give Hanna the AAA job and see what he can do. I think I'll groom him a bit more down here though. Terrell Goodwin continues to prove he's a good young pitcher. Jared Fortunato doing good. Billy Beckham struggling. Didn't really look at the relievers much. Washington looking pretty solid. Charles Lewis, phenomenal. Bubba Chandler, yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out, man, because I've got a lot of options to go with, and I'm not gonna keep accepting this. Ben Joyce has been phenomenal. Tuttle has not even been used at all. Not bad from Odell. You know, he's really proven he can play here. I mean, there's no reason to mess with what we got here. Wannabe. 4 saves. Would like to see more, but got to put him in a position to get more. Yeah, pretty happy. I mean, I think the lineup definitely needs to produce more. I think that's kind of the key. And yeah, that's about it. Yet again, we do not beat a pitcher that does not have a freaking win, bro. We lose to a pitcher with no wins. Unbelievable, man. That is just embarrassing, to say the least. And Robert Berg might just have to be the pick in the first round, and might just have to move on to different targets. I mean, it's week 5. Let's go for another big swing and maybe another big miss. Putting all our eggs in one basket usually doesn't go well, but we'll see. We do beat the Mariners one time in a big series against the Twins. The Twins are basically the first place team. We're the last place team. What is going on, man? We're going against our division all week. And I'm in on these games. This is not good. If Carrera's going down and over, I'm very concerned. Man, I do not want to see that. This could get very bad very soon if he doesn't figure it out. I mean, he's struggling on every level. He's went up and down too. It took him a while to get here, and I might have rushed the contract, and it might really come back to haunt me this year.
Hey, we got one out here.
One ball.
Way
no strike.
inside on the young rookie. Man. Wow. And he makes the play. And of course it's Tyler Soderstrom throwing us out. How could I forget?
No ball.
Hey,
One
time,
strike.
right now.
That's the ball.
And striking out for the second time in the game. And Soderstrom hits a 2-run home run. Of course, he's right back to being a great player once he is not on the team anymore, not hitting for a 500 OPS. But what did I expect? It's 4-3 now and 1 run away from tying the game. Enlow still pitching. And he gives up a pitch to hit, and this is going to score a run. Carrera rounding in second, and he will stop. After tying the game at 4, he's pumped. Oh my goodness. And we give it all right up. 9-5. Unbelievable, man. Star base hit for Carrara. And a little bit of hope.
The catcher, number
Up to hit, and he is the last chance in the 9th against James Karinchak.
Hey, keep it going up there. Your turn, your turn.
And he's got 2 fastballs and a knuckle. He's got 5 knuckles. Yeah, 10 knuckles, I guess. Took me a second. Don't worry, I figured it out. And a knuckle curve in there.
Man, no one better. Clutch up.
And just fooling the rookie. Up and in on him. And he struck him out. Gotta be better. Had a chance, just took ourselves out of it by swinging at trash. And he struck out 3 times and got a hit. You know, the whole experience here. Gotta keep on fighting, man. You can't give up, though. Just unfortunate, really, when it happens. I'll get a game in with Flit. See if we can get anything. Cleota looks like he's having a good old time in that picture.
Come on, now give us something to work with.
It's Caleb Collier with the bases loaded. On the ground, the Witt flips. Cole Keefe saves it. One being 1-0.
leading up for the Warriors.
And it's 2-0 anyway.
The shortstop, Bobby
Just can't escape the early game runs.
1-0.
And I was going to swing, but the game saved me. Not afraid to admit it. Better start getting some wins against the Twins, because if I beat Detroit, I don't want to help the Twins get in first place. One and two.
2-2 the count.
And it's a 2-2 count now.
3-2.
Yodo testing our discipline and patience. Can't knock his strategy up in the air. And this will be caught. Two to nothing still, and Leoto pitching in the fourth. Can't do no damage with a fastball high in the zone, man. We're hitting it good, we're just not seeing the results. Collier to pitch. And through for a base hit, and Witt couldn't get to it. And Strobel hits a 3-run home run to make it 5-0. And Witt hits it up in the air like my grandma would, and it is the end of the 6th inning. Just lost for words at this point of what's going on. Frustrating is definitely what this is. 6-1. Jordan Wicks. Pitcher.
0-1.
Witt's gonna try to get a cheap one, and no, sir. Twins win. Diego Fuentes has fractured his shin, and he's out for 2 months. Way to go 10-day with Diego. But what a terrible injury for one of our best young hitters, period. And I guess this opens up the spot for Mike. And we're going to bring Benny Fajita in to DH. Unfortunate injury right there, man. That's never good. Simulating the game again, fan. And we blow the game. I am frustrated, to say the least, with this recent stretch of games. I spoke about the Sabres during this video, and we've turned into the Buffalo Sabres. We can't win a game. And I'm almost ready to end the video here, but I'm going to play one more. And man, I'm going to go with Jordan Walker this game. Let's ruin his batting average and strikeout numbers. I figured that would be an appropriate way to end the game, end the video, you know. Just be the dumbest shit I can. And going against Detroit, a team that we no longer can beat. We seem to lose to these guys every time we play them now, the last 2 seasons. And they've just taken over the AL Central and made it harder for us to even consider us, giving us a chance to win it. And just did myself no favors with that one. Witt had an easy stolen base and I ruined it. And yet again, Witt will be safe. It was a very delayed call. Was very concerned. Walker, no. Cat not having an easy time controlling it. Or he's just scared of Walker, period, which is fair enough. I mean, Walker has been that guy. Walker ripped it through, base hit, and Walker and Witt will score. And Carrara hits an RBI single to make it 2-1. Oh, I guess he made it 2-0, and they made it 2-1. Walker up in the air. Weakly hit. I believe that's Max Clark. Yes, it is.
Now batting.
And Cat still pitching in the 6th inning. And Walker smashes one through. I think we need to be showing Jordan Walker more than some of these other guys. He's like, what? I do this shit all the time. I'm Jordan Walker. Don't you remember? And Detroit tied the game, and then Gavin Cross untied the game, and Randy Rodriguez in the pitch in the 8th inning.
No, that's low.
And that was very close to strike one.
Hey!
And a good borderline pitch fools Walker that time.
Hey!
And Walker's swing and the miss. He knew what to swing at it, though it was a strike. Walker just tipped it foul. Wants to call timeout. Rodriguez not a pitcher to make it easy. Gotta be good against him, but he was just better. He just pitched good. Donaldson hit a 2-run single. And Dick Harding gets the player of the game and the win. Hideki Yamashita gets the L. You know, I think that went well. Oh my. Wow. 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 Okay, moving on. Let's just finish the game out here and let's go to AAA, man. Let's just, wow. That is, I can't get over that score. I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. I just don't know what's up with this team. What do we have to do to win? Am I gonna have to trade away Jordan Walker and Colt Keith? I really don't want to, man. This is a sad day, man. I mean, I can give them the money, but like, if we're not gonna win, I don't see the purpose.
Your Omaha Storm Chaser.
I am very, very concerned. I feel like maybe Miguel Garcia is needed on that team right about now. Here's Nixon Lane, and he gives up a double play. And it's just Murphy's Law at this point, man. And Murphy's Law is, if anyone doesn't know, what can go wrong will go wrong, and I guess that's the title of this video. Now, I was thinking about what am I going to title this video. Didn't really come up with any ideas, but after playing, I'm almost all but certain, and this is going to be a base hit. I thought it was just about to be caught. I was about to lose my mind. But Nixon Lane does have a positive note. He'll always come through with a hit. You can count on him.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nixon Lane.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Up against Chachin in the 9th inning.
Right guy, right place. Get you here.
Hey, right guy. No one better out there. Hey, right guy, right
Lane
place.
awaiting patiently. Ripping it, but foul, and he rolled over. It wasn't much of a rip.
Hey, your pitch. Drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
Lane, a hit and run, and this is it right to the left field. And they get the win. DeAndre Lang, someone I passed up on in the draft a couple years ago. I knew he was good. Just didn't like the development process, and foolish me. And Detroit absolutely smacks us again. Enough of looking. We're last place in the division. We have the same exact record as the Chicago White Sox. This team just won a World Series 2 years ago, and now we're the White Sox. I'm speechless at this point. This is the end of the video. I hope you found a way to enjoy it somehow. I did not enjoy it. This was not a good experience, but I mean, it can't get much worse than what it is right now. And I guess we just have to be more ready for the next one. I think let's just take a peek at scouting. Piandra Cruz, man. What? Murphy's Law, man. What can go wrong will go wrong. Alright, guys. Have a good one.